Dark Souls 3 has been leaked, everyone. I can't believe that a third installment in this series is coming out. I knew it was a really big rumor for a while now, but it is happening. Dark Souls 3 is a real thing. A lot of people might say this is fake, this is, it's all speculation, it's not real, it's all made by some fan. I've heard multiple theories from online and some people that I've talked to, but I guarantee you that this is probably true, especially nowadays in the gaming industry where one rumor turns out to be true. I have a ton of leaked information for you guys along with the screenshots that you're seeing in the background right now. So without further ado, let's start down the list. First things first, the consoles. This game will be coming out on Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and to be announced on PC. They're not really 100% sure for PC yet. It probably will come out because Dark Souls 1 and Dark Souls 2 did come out for PC, but they usually want to see how the sales do for the Xbox One and PS4. No 360 or PS3 versions announced yet, and due to the fact that the Xbox 360 and PS3 consoles are somewhat dying off with games, there probably won't be a console port for those. I think that's the best thing. A lot of people do bag on Dark Souls 2 for the downgrade of graphics. I personally don't care about the graphics in any Souls game. As long as the game's story is fantastic, the gameplay is good, and it's not choppy, and it all works together, I can care less about graphics. Dark Souls is not about how good it looks, it's about how the game works. And the next thing I want to talk about is the co-op online. So it might be up to 4 players total for a co-op story. Usually in a Dark Souls game, you can summon up to 2 other people, so 3 players total, including yourself, to fight enemies in the area or to clear the enemies out or to fight a boss. With 4 players, it can be fun, but it can also be a little bit tedious because you have to worry about where they are. In Dark Souls, you worry about the health of your phantoms that you summon. If your health is low, it doesn't matter, but if their health is low, then you have to worry about it, because if they die, then you have to fight the boss on your own and you have to use your own Estus flasks to get them back to full health. I think 4 players might be good, but also might be a little bit too much. It is also reported that there will be 10 playable classes as soon as the game is started, so you can choose these classes from point 1. As soon as you're making your character, you can choose one of the classes, up to 10. Sometimes multiple classes are cool because you can do multiple playthroughs and have, multiple sets of characters for PvP or just for a different experience. And 10 playable characters sounds pretty good. It sounds like the right number for a Souls game. The next thing, and this one kind of caught my eye, 45 new enemy types. Now, the Souls games never announce how many enemy types there will be. You always find out when you play the game. And they also said 15 new bosses. I'm announcing these two at the same time because I want to talk about them at the same time. So 45 new enemy types, that is a lot. That is a lot of enemy types. That's around almost 50 enemies that you have to memorize and have to learn their weakness and learn to fight them. So it can be a lot, but also very challenging. And also 15 new bosses. I always expect every Dark Souls game to have new bosses. I don't know why they said 15. And if there's more than 15, there probably will be some secret bosses and bosses that you can do, not mandatory, they're side stuff. There's said to be over 100 new weapons and 40 new armor sets. Weapons, fantastic. That means amazing amounts of different variety of weapons. There can be claws, there can be halberds, there can be longswords, whips, axes, maces, sledgehammers. There's just so much variety in the Dark Souls games already. And over 100 new weapons, that's a lot. Boss weapons, beginning weapons, broken weapons, weapons that are broken that can be turned into boss weapons. There's a lot of variety and a lot of combinations that can be done with that. And like I said, 40 new armor sets. I love the armors in the Dark Souls games. Dark Souls is all about medieval armor, big sets of metal that's on your body, so I understand. And 40 new sets of armor, that's a lot. And in Dark Souls 2 and 1, there was a lot of sets of armor, the really low level ones and then the high level ones like Havel's armor that look ridiculous, but I'm really excited to see what new combinations people can come up with in the third Dark Souls. So with armor and weapons out of the way, I'm going to talk about 200 new items. So that is a lot, meaning different items you can go throughout the world, like different talismans, which entails spells, rings, and consumables. Rings are always a big part of Dark Souls. They help you out with either health or stamina increase, or they help you out if you die, you don't lose your souls or your humanity, etc, etc. There's a lot, and I'm really interested to see what new stuff can come out of that. Also, consumables. One of the big problems Dark Souls 2 had was the gem system. The gem system was just ridiculous. You can buy as many gems as you want and heal yourself without even worrying about your Estus flasks running out. It's basically run away from the boss and heal yourself, and you can beat the game with just gemstones. You don't even have to use Estus flasks, when the Estus flask was so important in the first Dark Souls. I hope they don't have like healing gems in Dark Souls 3, but if they do, make them a rarity. There's said to be 60 minutes of in-game cutscenes now, and when I say in-game, that means like in-engine, without a cut to black or a transition from gameplay to cutscene. And there's said to be 60 minutes of it. I'm interested to see how that's going to work out, because the Souls story, the lore, it's hidden behind a curtain. You know, you have to find a way past that curtain and then see the small details and then pick each one of those puzzle pieces up, and that makes the story. That makes the different worlds that you're in. People might like it, people might hate it. I personally will like it because I like to see a lot more beautiful cutscenes and what the heck's going on. So I'm personally looking forward to that. There's talks to be 12 areas total. There's actually a lot in the first and second games. So in the third game, there's over 12 areas total. I'm fine with that. That's not enough or too much areas. Sometimes too much areas is a little bit much of a hassle, but 12 areas total, that seems fine with me. Now I'm going to talk about the Dark Souls 3 online. When we used to summon people to our game, we used to write down a summon sign. We would have to be in the same level area of our players or our friends that we want to play with, and then they would summon us to their game or us vice versa. So in this game, instead of summoning signs, there's a sacrifice ceremony that must take place, and if you do that sacrifice ceremony, it will change your world layout with enemies and bosses. And what that means is the more sacrifices you do, the more evil and hard your game will be. So the more you call on friends to help you out, the more changes the world makes to itself, the more vile and ugly the bosses will get and more violent, which to me sounds awesome, because summoning someone to your game is a cop-out. It is a easy way out. I try to not do it, but if there's a boss that I honestly cannot beat unless I figure out or look it up online, I like to summon someone to have some jolly cooperation. I like to have some fun with that person and maybe send them a friend request and play with them later. So the fact that this is an actual game mechanic, it makes me scared, because it makes me not want to summon someone. It makes me want to just do it on my own and go through the hardships alone, because if you summon someone, it changes out the enemy layout. If there's one enemy that you just memorized behind that corner, it's gonna get changed when you do that sacrifice to summon someone else. If you keep doing it over and over and over, the bosses that's behind that fog gate, they're gonna be hard. They're actually gonna be changed. There's two different enemy types for the boss. There's one screenshot where you see a boss in an area where there's phantom swords in the ground. He looks normal. Then there's the other image where it's that same boss, but since you used the sacrifice mechanic, that boss changed into a weird, ugly looking maggot sort of snake-like creature. Probably a lot harder, probably more violent, and I love that mechanic. So Dark Souls 3 is definitely going to punish the player for having help, summoning help. Even if it's an NPC, it still counts. And like I said, the boss battles will change up, which is something I'm looking forward to. A part of me feels like if I just fight the boss alone, I can fight it again with my next playthrough through my game and experience something totally different. So multiple playthroughs are probably recommended for this game. And last but not least, the combat change-ups. So there is always, a few little things here and there changing with the combat for the Dark Souls 1, 2, and Bloodborne, and even Demon Souls. Demon Souls was really clunky. It felt like I was carrying weights on my back the whole time. Dark Souls 1, it changed it up completely. You can become totally light and just dodge here and there. Dark Souls 2, sort of the same thing. In Bloodborne, you're just completely fast. So the combat style changes a lot throughout each reincarnation of a Miyazaki game. So look forward to some combat changes in Dark Souls 3. And that is it, everyone. That was a long list of information for Dark Souls 3. This is all leaked information. I got this off the internet, I heard it, and I just had to report on it. I am a huge fan of Dark Souls. There's a big chunk of Dark Souls 2 walkthrough on my channel, over 60 videos of Dark Souls 2. That is a crap ton, and I'm still working on my Bloodborne walkthrough, so if you guys want, go check those out. I'll put the links in the info or on the screen right now. And thank you so much for watching. Hopefully this all helped you get informed on Dark Souls 3. They said that this is going to be announced during E3 in like 2.5 weeks, but they leaked it already. Someone leaked it to some online thing, and I'm reporting it to you guys now. So thank you so much for watching. Once again, please hit like and subscribe for more gameplay videos and Dark Souls 3 information as I upload them. I'm really looking forward to E3 now. Dark Souls 3 is on my horizon, and for those of you who think this is fake, I guarantee you this is real. Everything in this whole news leaked information, it sounds legitimate, and nowadays with leaked information from games. If it sounds fake, it's not. It's real. Everything nowadays is always real when it comes to the gaming industry. So until next time, everyone, peace one more time, and do not summon someone to your game because your world will kill you. Peace.